You know what they say, boner me once, shame on you. Boner me twice, shame on me. According to Marvel Insider, Ralph Bohner is making his return to the MCU in the next episode of Agatha All Along. You gotta understand, this is one of the most hated Marvel characters of all time. This is one of the biggest L's that Kevin Feige and Marvel Studios have ever given us as fans. And so they're either gonna double down on the bullshit or they might attempt to fix the character. I, for one, am really hoping that they are going to attempt to fix this character because I think there's a lot of cool stuff that they could be cooking. I mean, we got multiverse stuff happening right now. The X-Men are on the horizon. They could make it really cool. And by God, if they double down, holy shit. Okay, here's my time to shine hello, saying right here, next episode, he returns. Obviously, there's Ralph freaking Bohner. But interestingly enough, this photo is from the promotional material for Agatha All Along. I believe this comes from the mid-season trailer for Agatha, with Marvel Studios very clearly teasing out the identity of this character. So this is a wild turn of events. I did not see this coming.
You didn't see that coming?
And this is a super big deal. I feel like I have to kind of explain again why this is so important, because maybe you weren't there for it, or maybe you just don't remember why fans to this day absolutely despise the Ralph Bohner character and what they did in WandaVision. It has to do with fan expectations at the time and Disney getting the license back to the X-Men. But back in the day when we were all watching WandaVision, the possibilities seemed endless. And one of the fun Easter egg things that they teased in the show was Evan Peters coming in seemingly as Quicksilver. And the reason that was crazy is because Aaron Taylor Johnson had played Quicksilver in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Quick TLDR history lesson on this whole situation, but Quicksilver is of course a mutant, but he and Wanda are also either establishing or very early members of the original Avengers team. Like, I'm talking all the way back into the 1960s. So both Fox, having the X-Men rights, and Marvel Studios having the Avengers rights, had the rights to the character. But Marvel Studios just couldn't make Quicksilver a mutant in the MCU, and Fox could not make him an Avenger. But you see, WandaVision happened after Fox and a lot of its assets were purchased by Disney proper. So essentially, at the time that WandaVision was coming out, Kevin Feige and Marvel Studios had, for the very first time, the ability to actually put mutants into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So when we saw Evan Peters and we saw that Wanda was doing House of M type stuff, the fan base went crazy with speculation and anticipation of what this could mean. And they turned it into a dick joke.
You're Ralph Bohner?
Boner.
And look, I'm all for having fun. I'm all for even poking at the audience a little bit, you know, being cheeky with it, but not like this, Kevin. Not like this. This was the biggest amount of bullshit.
This is #1 bullshit.
Seriously, this is the most egregious thing Marvel Studios has ever done to the fan base. In my opinion, and I believe it's an opinion shared by many others, Marvel, they haven't always, you know, done the best. Sometimes they come up short with different shows or movies, but it's very rare that the studio actually points at the fan base and kind of says, F you. And I actually believe that Jack Schaefer, who is the showrunner of Agatha and was also the showrunner of WandaVision, technically WandaVision didn't have a showrunner, but Jack Schaefer essentially had that role when they were making that show. But I believe she was probably shocked at the backlash and how bad fans took the whole Ralph Bohner thing. I would imagine even Kevin Feige is shocked at how bad that went. And I say that because I'm really hoping that they are aware of that. I'm really hoping that they understand what's going on. They have an opportunity here to either try to fix this or to double down on the bullshit. And I will say that this is an incredible way to get me interested in the next episode of Agatha. There's some stuff going on in the show that I like, but overall, it's kind of like middling to me. I liked how the first 2 episodes open. Haven't loved the episode since. But you're telling me they're doing more Ralph Bohner. I will be seated with anticipation. And I'm really, really hoping that Marvel Studios is trying to correct an error here. And I know this might seem so ridiculous to you, but I promise you this is a big freaking deal. Look Ralph Bohner up on YouTube. There are millions of views worth of videos talking about this exact thing. It's a big deal. But Josh, how could they even fix this, I hear you ask? Well, I think it's pretty simple. They just have to make it more than a dick joke. Like, the dick joke thing was absolutely terrible. So hopefully there's more to it. I remember long-standing rumors that they had a plan for the Evan Peters character and they were going to do stuff with him after the WandaVision show. So maybe that's what this is. And hopefully it's something that's actually well thought out. I mean, this is a bit of a spoiler here, but technically, because they are utilizing the character of Death in Aubrey Plaza, like that's the big rumor, and I think it's kind of obvious watching the last couple of episodes, if she's Mistress Death, then it is possible she's the harbinger of death or the protector of dead souls from throughout the entire multiverse, meaning when a Quicksilver dies, they go to Mistress Death. Now, I believe the conventional explanation that was given to us in WandaVision was that Agatha Harkness uses a body that is just some random guy, and she convinces that guy that he's Pietro, that he is Wanda's brother. I think she even makes a joke about how this guy kind of looked like Pietro, but Wanda was so eager to believe that it was him that the spell was really easy. But basically what I am saying is if they attach some deeper meaning to this character, if they actually do play off of the fact that he looks like a Quicksilver from a different universe, then I think fans are going to be ecstatic. I've also always just been confused about his powers. Like, how is he able to use speed powers at all? Was that Agatha? Was that maybe Wanda? Did that have something to do with Tommy or Billy? And then that's a whole nother interesting element as well, right? You've got one child of Wanda seemingly in this teen's body. This is Billy, but, I think they're going to explain that this kid, the body, died in that car crash that's referenced earlier on in the show. And this person, Billy Maximoff, then possesses that body, or his soul that was created by Wanda possesses the body, right? It's all weird. Don't exactly know what's going on. The point is, does that then mean that the soul of Tommy, the soul of the speedster, is also out there doing something? Is that what they're going to do with Ralph Bohner? Or is this an actual Quicksilver that was brought to the universe via reality warping power because of Tommy? I mean, we are in the thick of the multiversal saga, and there are a lot of X-Men that have been introduced over the last couple of years, like in Multiverse of Madness, potentially with what they're doing with Miss Marvel at the end of the Marvels movie with Beast. And we just heard some rumors that the universe that you see at the end of the Marvels and Monica being over there, that's going to play into Avengers Doomsday. So there's a potential for X-Men and Avengers universes and crossover and fighting. And so I would love if this guy being in the show somehow connects to that. And you can also do some weird, interesting things with Wanda herself manipulating reality, because it kind of seems like the kids she made out of thin air are now actual souls that can enter in to other bodies. So is that something that's going on with Ralph Bohner? But once again, I must say, boner me once, shame on me. Boner me twice, shame on me. I think I f***ed that up, but you get what I'm saying. You can't get bonered again, is what I'm trying to say. Because, oh my God, bro, if they just double down on the foolishness, if they just continue to shove this stupid Ralph Bohner thing into our face, I am going to file a report with HR. So I guess we'll see what's gonna happen. Ralph Bohner potentially coming into the next episode of Agatha all along. Would love to know your thoughts. Let me know in the comment section below. And as I always say, I hope you are having an awesome and a nerdy day, and I'll see you in the next video.